best friend put me in danger. For background, I've been friends with Sally for 4 years, but one thing has always irked me. She is desperate for men, dangerously so. We can never hang out without her obsessing over some guy treating her like shit and me giving advice, her not taking it and continuing the cycle. I just continue to listen and be there for her, but it's exhausting watching someone self-destruct, not want better. For a year now, she's been on off with this abusive guy who shoved her, called her every disrespectful name, told her is going to kill her multiple times, told her to kill herself, called all of her friends cunts, and said he hates us, and so much more I probably don't even know about. I don't judge her for staying because I have been in an abusive relationship before that left me with PTSD, and I know how hard it is to leave that cycle. But because I have gone to therapy, read books and researched abuse, and the cycle of it, I steer clear of violent men now. I have tried educating her and suggesting certain books and therapy, but she brushes me off. I eventually told her just don't have him around me. I don't want to be in the same room as him or speak to him. I told her he frightens me and I don't want to ever be near him. We discussed moving in together. I told her one stipulation is he cannot come over. I do not want an abusive man knowing where I live. It's non-negotiable. She changed her mind about rooming together. Fast forward to yesterday, we're hanging out at some bars near my house and he calls her after having her blocked for weeks, and they start arguing on the phone while we're supposed to be out celebrating. Also, the bar's next to my house. Well, I'm hearing her tell him to leave her alone, but then tells him the street names of where we are, and I thought that's weird. Why is she telling him the street we're on? Then we start walking back and she's telling him what buildings we're passing and describing the area. Well, we make it to my door when a Honda pulls up and honks at us. It's her abusive ex and he starts berating us and yelling. In disgust, I just walk off without her and around my building to go in the back way, and I left her on the sidewalk. Maybe not the best idea, but I legit told her before that I never wanted this violent prick knowing my address or anywhere close to where I live. We had an agreement she'd never have me around him or know my whereabouts. She basically gave him my address anyway and said fuck my safety and boundaries. She chases me and asks why I'm mad. I said, "You told him where I live, the only thing I ever asked you not to do." And she responds, "I didn't tell him where you lived. I told him the street we were on, and it just so happens the street was in front of your house. I had no idea he was out looking for me." I could not believe her. I said, "If he's asking you step by step where you currently are, how did you know? Just go be with him." And she said, "I don't want to hang with him. I didn't even know he was looking for us." I just said go home and went inside. I feel betrayed and basically dismissed. She chose putting my safety life in jeopardy for a man who called her a cumrag and threatened her life and friends. Now the bastard knows where I live, and she doesn't see what she did was wrong. I feel like she gaslit me, pretending she didn't know he was looking for us and claiming she didn't give him clear directions to where I live after explicitly asking her, not to out of fear. She calls me today and says, "I'm being dramatic. He would never hurt anyone. He would never kill anyone. He just blah blah." She didn't apologize, so I hung up. Am I dramatic for wanting to give up on this friendship? Should I give her another chance even though I don't trust her anymore and frankly don't even feel safe with her?